Today we have reviewed the most affordable quad made by Cfmoto. It's Cforce 400. Let's find out what it's really capable of. Let's go. Hi there, as usually it's me, just a voiceover. You're watching Review Machines, and this is all new Cfmoto Cforce 400. It's the end of the autumn already, but the offroading season is going on. The weather is fine, so today we are going to make a real hard test of this quad. It's quite popular machine, cause it's actually the most affordable from all the Cfmoto models. But is it a real workhorse or just a toy? Today we will find out. Let's begin our review. Firstly, let's look at the exterior. I would say it's a classic ATV design, without much peculiar details, but on the whole it looks pretty good. It's reserved and serious, like a real utility vehicle. The front lights are old type, but it has LED running lights, blinkers and stops. On the whole, I like the design. Now let's check the main specs. The length is 2246 mm, the width is 1150, the gross weight is 320 kilos. Despite it's a compact quad, we can sit here together with a passenger. There is a back seat and comfortable footsteps. There is 400cc engine, 31 HP, water-cooled. It works with CVT transmission, and there is a gearbox with low range. At the front there is an independent double A-arm suspension. There are curved arms and progressive rate springs. At the rear the independent H-arm suspension. For the first impressions it's quite soft. The engine sound is pretty standard, not annoying. The gearbox works properly. The gears are shifted easily. With a towing gear, this quad becomes a real workhorse with a broad range of use. It's able to tow up to 612 kilos. It's pretty much cargos. At the same time, it has just 400cc engine and consumes less fuel. It's a useful feature. By the way, winter is coming. It's time to chop some firewood. And we are meantime looking at some more specs. There is an electric power steering, so it's very easy to handle it. There are 25-inch wheels. The ground clearance is 262 mm. The transmission modes are controlled by this gear. It's clear what mode is switched on: the rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, the diff lock. The display is simple and bright. There is all we need to know about the ATV status. The seat is soft and comfortable, the back seat is the same. There are front and rear trunks, and the quad comes complete with the winch. There is a glow box at the rear. We have two sockets, USB and 12 volts. And there is front power bumper. Meantime, we've loaded much firewood in our trailer, and it's time to make some tests. Let's go. As you can see, we feel quite comfortable here together with my colleague. The seat is big enough and there is room for my legs. We are moving together now on dirty road, and we are towing the loaded trailer. But the engine is powerful enough. I think this quad is a perfect utility vehicle for work. It's affordable, reliable, consumes less fuel, and maneuverable. On the whole, it may be very useful transport for wide range of use. Well, and now I want to test it on asphalt. Let's move there. By the way, this quad can be used on public roads, but depending on the state. On asphalt it goes quite smoothly, without much noise and vibrations. The electric steering works properly, but you should know that acceleration is pretty dull. This quad definitely is not for adrenaline and emotions. The brakes work well. The fuel tank is 17 liters, so the range should be decent. It's a very compact quad, and the turning radius here is only 3250 mm. That is less than on a big quads. Now let's check the top speed. As we can see, it's between 44 and 49 km per hour. Quite a good result. Let's move on. Now we are cruising on the forest road, and these conditions are the best for such a vehicle. Despite this is the cheapest Cfmoto quad, it feels pretty qualitative. The build quality is decent, the steering settings, the comfort, everything is alright. As we know, it's possible to move together with the passenger here, but it's much more comfy to ride alone. I think it's one of the best variants for a beginner in ATV world, or it's perfect for work and utility use. Besides, I like how the suspension works here. It's quite comfy on bumpy road, we even don't need to slow down or stand while moving. As we remember, there is independent suspension with travel 190 mm at the front and 225 from behind. And it doesn't make any annoying sounds, that is also a good feature. Nothing is taking us away from enjoying the ride and nature. But it's time for off-roading tests, let's go! Well, actually we have all the necessary stuff for tackling off-road. As we remember, there are 25-inch wheels and the ground clearance is 262 mm. Frankly speaking, it's not enough for hard obstacles, but that should be enough for everyday use. Then we have a low-range mode in the gearbox, and it makes a lot of good in dirt. Moreover, in the most complicated cases, we have the diff lock in our inventory. Besides, the ATV is comparatively lightweight, its weight is only 354 kilos, and it's a huge advantage for off-roading. At this place we have a deep rut that we have to cross. Well, we will try, but the result is obvious, I'm afraid. And we get stuck here as it was expected. For such cases, we have the winch. It's time to switch it on. The winch actually works not very fast, but we are moving. And after some time, we are free to proceed our adventure. By the way, at the same place, we got stuck on our another quad on 26-inch wheels. And Cfforce, as we can see, is able to pull us out of this dirt. Not bad. And it's time for our favorite topic, it's price talk. Summing up our review, I can say it's a decent affordable utility quad. If you are not looking for high speed and adrenaline, it's a good variant. And the price of Cfmoto Cforce 400 at our state starts at about $5,000. Well, let's call it today, my friends. Thanks for having a ride with us. Please post your comments what you think of this quad. Consider watching another our video about similar vehicle. Stay with us, there will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.